Congratulations, the exhibition is over. Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
Still on.
Giving us 16 minutes.
Mike wants some more. He mad now.
The beast is awoken, man.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
impressed. I'm
I'm
hype. I'm in a
So
good
Israel,
mood.
it was an exhibition. Obviously, we don't want to expect too much, but what did you think of what you saw?
I loved it. I love the fact that they were able to stay competitive the whole way.
Wow.
Roy using his craftiness with the grappling, with tying up the hands, getting Mike frustrated, and Mike able to still break loose with his head movement, miss shots and make him pay. Classic.
Ray, do you want to come back?
Do I want to come back?
64. You
Well, let's talk about it. I don't even know where to begin. If you didn't watch it, if you didn't watch it live, you don't know what I'm talking about. Listen, Mike Tyson is 54, Roy Jones 51. Roy Jones, I mean, obviously they're both done. But if this is something, okay, let me just go ahead and say it. During the last 1 minute of the fight, I was thinking like, yo, I want to see Mike Tyson versus Holyfield versus Mike Tyson 3 in one of these joints. Listen, they can do it. The older fighters can get, some wreck like this. I think hey, listen, especially, with it was some of the talk of the week with the modern medicine. Let's listen in. Please subscribe, like the video, TstreeT Controversy
In the year
with
of
FightView360.com.
20.
Yes, sir.
2020.
Well worth the $50. Poor old Nate Robinson got his ass knocked the fuck out too.
Frontline battle belts again.
Mauricio
No
Suleiman up
official
in there.
decision, but WBC will announce a winner, if there is one. And I believe Mike Tyson should get the decision, right, Snoop?
Yeah, he did that. He outworked Roy, but Roy fought a great fight, and he did his thing, took some big shots, and he gave a lot of great shots tonight. I like the way he moved
Snoop
around. Like
was
I said,
funny
he
as
was
shit.
crafty. He was sharp.
I am in love with Triller right now. I got him on my phone. I don't know about what the kids are doing these days.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great
listening.
night of sports and entertainment, courtesy of
I love the
GBS
event.
Boxing
Loved
and
it.
Triller, with our
Loved it.
broadcast team anchored by Mario Lopez, with UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, sports broadcast star Mauro Ronaldo, six-time world champion Hall of Fame legend Sugar Ray Leonard, and a little help from Mr. Snoop Dogg, plus International Boxing Hall of Famer Jim Gray. And Jim Gray will be with our two
I got to keep that up there
superstars
because
here
of
in the ring
copyright.
in just a few moments.
I can't show you the whole
discussing
thing, obviously.
The WBC's scoring and opinions on this fight. And we'll see how they saw it. So, ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We've got more coming.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. We fighters do.
So I'm guessing they're going to announce a winner.
They did that. I'm proud of him.
You just don't know until you get into that ring. You can look great in the gym. You get into that ring, it's a whole different animal.
But it's not like sparring, right? Because the guy
no.
you're sparring with kind of like you. He's your friend.
All right, while they're figuring out what they're doing, because they didn't want to announce a winner, but for something like for these guys, I'm thinking this is like a last minute thing. Yo, Mike, listen. I thought Roy was going to get knocked out. Roy was holding his ass off. It was getting annoying, but nonetheless, it still was tension in the fight. Drama. Like, we were really, really, like, I gotta be honest with you. I've never been this happy before in a long time about a boxing event. I can't remember the last one where I had like this much fun, because I wasn't expecting much, I guess. So it's not like it was no belts on the line or anything like that. Like, it was like, all right, nice, you know what I'm saying? Entertaining event. This dude, Snoop Dogg, though, is hilarious. They were smoking weed at the event. The musical performances, even though I'm not into the artists and everything, Snoop killed it though. The sound quality, the quality of it wasn't like mumble, like it was like real, like a music award type quality. Like, reviewing the event as a whole, I'm going to give it an A. I can't find any reason to not give it an A+ right now, really. I mean, Roy Jones Holden was kind of whack. Jake Paul, despite what you may think of him, inside the ring for what he's doing, you got to give him his respect.
people behind the scenes, they don't ever get no credit. So
I wonder what they're doing.
Shout out right now.
And what about the marriage of hip-hop and boxing? I mean, real deal Holyfield, Mr.
We've been together. We've been married. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens that it's just finally being able to be, you know, broadcast and highly touted and being able to, you know, bring both worlds together, because we've always been complimentary. You know, every time a fight happens, you know, we usually perform, and we usually at the fight watching the fighters.
Absolutely, yes.
All
That's
right.
what it's about.
Thank you, Snoop. Let's go to Jim Gray.
So yeah, take your time, like the video.
All right,
That
Mauro,
means a
thank
lot.
you very
Helps
much.
us.
Well, the scorecards of this exhibition, according to the former WBC
Ooh,
World
looks nice.
Champions, is a draw. Mr. Tyson, what do you think of that?
I'm good with that.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm good with a draw
Why?
because I entertained the crowd. The crowd was happy with it.
He did.
We'll be back to you in a second. You happy
He
with this
did.
draw?
Hell no, I ain't never satisfied with a draw. I wear draws. I don't do draws. I like it. But the dude is so strong, man. And I understand why they say some things are bucket list. Because when he hits you, if it's his head,
Roy Orm's
his
tired.
punches,
Look.
his body shots don't matter. Everything hurts. So for me, I thought I did enough boxing on the outside to edge it out, but you know, I'm cool with a draw. I mean, we just might have to try to do it again. But I don't know.
You looked exhausted for
Mike.
a little while. Did the body shots take a toll?
The body shots
Medicinal.
definitely took a toll. The body shots are what make you exhausted. Any good fighter knows that, and I knew it too. I thought I had a 6-pack that was all right, but I guess I'm going to give me a 12-pack because this 6 ain't getting it.
It came back like nothing. You took it. You took it. I knew I hit you with a good shot. You took it. You took it.
I'm a game man.
Respect. Hey, I respect that. I respect that.
Mike, at age 54, you haven't been in the ring for 15 years.
Don't make me
How
cry,
would you
man.
assess your performance, your stamina, and overall how you perform?
Well, I'm used to doing it for 3 minutes, and sometimes like 2 minutes felt like 3 minutes. I'm just happy I got this under my belt, and I'm continuing to go further and do more.
You'll do this again?
Absolutely. And he's going to be on the card as well.
Well, let me ask you about your performance. What was it like for you to be in the ring as compared to what it was when you left as a professional?
I was very happy to be here, and despite
performance-wise.
Yeah, despite what anybody said. But despite what everybody said, I was so happy to go to 8 rounds. But everybody knows I can knock somebody out. But everybody don't know I can go to 8 rounds and 10 rounds, and that's what I'm more grateful for now than anything. And no knockers. Knockers don't mean nothing. You got to be able to go the distance. That's fighting.
Everybody has a plan until they get hit. You got hit, and how did it affect you?
I went to plan B. I hit him back.
Roy,
I am so
you want to
proud of
continue
these
this
men.
now at age 51, or did you get dissatisfied at this point?
Man, it's hard to say. My Pensacola fans love me.
We got to do this again.
Everybody loves Mike.
That
I love
adrenaline
Mike
pumping.
Too. But, you know, it's something to take them punches in there from Mike. So, you know, I go talk to my family, see how they feel about it. If they thought they enjoyed what they saw, then if we want to do it again, we'll come back and do it again. But, you know, me, like I said, Pensacola in the house. I want to thank everybody who helped me out. Big Al, Tom, Wap, Russ, everybody on my team.
The scores.
Jim Foster, I mean, so many people, everybody in Pensacola in the house still.
Pause it
Thank
if you
y'all
have
for
to.
tuning in. Thank the whole world for tuning in, especially my Russian citizens, my Russian people. I was going to say thank to everybody who gave us the homage, sent us out the right way. And if everything goes well, like I said, and the family's cool with it, then
A lot of people were afraid, Roy, you might get hurt tonight. Were you really afraid in the back of your head that something could happen that might have put you in peril?
I was afraid I might get hurt. I didn't fight in 20 years. He only stopped fighting for 3 years. I'm afraid I might get
I covered Roy Jones' last fight on the channel.
Well, that's typical, right?
He been fighting 15 years. He stopped fighting 3 years ago, and everybody worried about his ass.
Nobody thinks that a giant is going to fall.
I haven't did this in 15, 16 years. I'm not a giant. I'm a beginner.
Did he ever hurt you tonight?
Well, listen, he surprised me with the hook. He hit me with a hook, a good hook.
Hurt.
Yes, it did hurt.
And back to the question, were you afraid of being in peril?
man, once I go in there, it's all balls to the wall, bro. I mean, I feel the shots, and I know they're gonna hurt, and I know he could take me out. That's possible if he came with the wrong one. But for me, man, I'm game. I go to the end. When I put these on, it's a wrap. Take me on the stretcher, you know.
Final thought. Would you do this in a non-exhibition circumstance if you could get a license?
No.
I'm just going to do this. This is bigger than fighting for, winning the championship. We're humanitarians. We're helping people. That's bigger. I'm into that now. And I'd like to thank Magic Mike, Jet, Ron, all my sparring partners for kicking my ass to get me in shape. I love you guys. Can't wait to get back in the gym with you.
Mike, thank you. Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Roy, congratulations.
Yeah, I want to thank all my sparring partners as well, everybody that contributed. My contribution to Kobe Bryant.
In his building.
Yes, sir. So I had to give a tribute to Kobe because he was my latest greatest. Michael Jordan always be my #1 favorite, but Kobe and Iverson right there next, second and third. So, and LeBron too, everybody's good. So I just enjoy sports, man. I just thank God I was able to come out here and do what I did. And like I said, once again, Pensacola in the house. If Pensacola tell me to go back in there again, guess what? I'm back in there again.
Thank you, Roy. Appreciate it. All right, and thanks to the Staples Center. Mario, back to you.
Hey, man, you got to give credit where credit is due. This event was amazing. Everything about it. I got to really do some research to see who's running things over there because they even got motherfucking Slater. And this motherfucker don't ever age. Like, ever. So, what we gonna do is we gonna get to work because 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be a post-fight press conference. I gotta start getting on, which is gonna be likely the next video after this. Everybody and their mom is going to be streaming right now, so I'm going to wait about an hour or so after this, video, and I might, recap or restream the post-fight press conference because, listen, sometimes, I used to always say that me doing these videos, like, I'm just blessed to be a part of this. You see what I'm saying? It's to be able to cover Mike Tyson at this point in time in his career, in his life, especially from what he's been through. And I'm a huge advocate, suffering from PTSD myself, to see what he's been through and where he's come from to where he is right now. People used to think he was some unhinged, crazy, psychotic maniac. And in reality, he never was. I mean, yeah, he did, cannibalize. That was fucked up. And some other fucked up shit. But you get second chances. And look, God has blessed him with his youth again. He's the happiest he's ever been. He's got a successful marijuana dispensary company. He has multiple sponsors, even though it's alleged that he's rumored he lost upwards of $500 million. He's back a multimillionaire again, super celebrity icon. In regards to Roy Jones, I'm happy that he was able to get this payday. And that, I'm happy for both of them, to be honest with you. Shout out to Snoop, too. Like, he really was, like, an excellent host. One of them, let me go ahead and say this name and get it off my chest. I hope that these promoters and these networks look at this shit right here, especially when they see those pay-per-view buys, and be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, wow. Like, how did they do this? They got to get with the times. One of the only promoters right now that really seems to get it is Matchroom Boxing. One of the big major promoters. They got to get with the times. Apologizing for colorful language and all kind of shit like that. The target demographic, and I'm sorry, this is a little bit on the business side. The target demographic that boxing wants, they always talk about it, that 18 to 35. But really, they want younger. But yet it's frustrating to talk about. Because when you see an event like this, you say, like, they get it. And they're not a promotional company, a boxing promotional company. They don't have fighters signed to them. I mean, maybe they have those, who was the promoter of this? I got to get with it, because this is the future right here. Stuff like this, the zone with, pay-per-view dying and all that. It's just frustrating that we got to have, older boxers come back to shatter pay-per-view records to get the casual fans back in the sport. Especially if you've seen the shit we saw last night with Danny Jacobs on the zone. Listen, another fighter. But once again, listen. In fact, let me see if we can get you a replay of the KO of, since we got a little bit of time. We got about 4 minutes. I like to keep my original post-fight videos between 10 and 20 minutes. But yo, like, you can, like, this appeal to everybody. Oh, this is gonna take forever to rewind, guys. Damn. And I don't have time to jump cut. Oh no, there we go. It appealed to everybody. Now I understand some of the older crowd, would be like, oh, all this cussing and who's this rapper Snoop Dogg, doing all this cussing and why they saying nigga in the songs and everything. It's like, listen, You know, times change. Times change. This is not going to let me do it, is it? It's not going to let me do it. Damn. Well, I wanted you to show poor old Jake Paul, named Nate Robinson getting, it was horrible. You'll have to watch my previous video. But once again, Mike Tyson, listen, him versus Evander Holyfield 3, that makes sense, right? Triller can do that. And then who would Roy Jones fight on the undercard? Don't say Antonio Tarver. I think Antonio Tarver too fresh. Don't say Antonio Tarver. I'm trying to think. Give me some names, some logical names. Maybe Chris Bird? Like logical names, hardcore fans. I'm trying to think. I'm still letting it rewind back. But you can tell that Roy Jones is going to be pissing some blood. Both of them going to be sore regardless. One time Mike did this dip. Oh, no. I was like, yo. Put it this way. The fight has high replay value. You know, and I've been using, you know, that term a lot lately, like replay value. But let me get up out of here, though, so we can be ready for the post-fight stream. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe. And like the video. Thank you.